All right, this is your indication that you've made it more than halfway through the work week. We are the Outcast Podcast. The show that's getting you over the hump, getting you over the Humpty Hump Day. You know the cast and crew. We have Jacob and Jordan in the back running the controls in the truck.
What up, boys?
Today we'll be getting a little perspective from our good friend Jacob in the back. We've also got our resident white dude, Tomcat, here. What's up, TK?
What's happening, brah?
How you doing, bro?
What's going on,
He has been arrested more than all of us.
How many years has it been since you've been arrested?
It's been a long time. It's been back, God, I don't even want to think about it. I've blocked it out.
Was it in the 1900s?
2006,
Was it in the
2006 maybe?
Oh, so it was in the 20s. See, I was at least I could say mine was in the 1900s.
Yep.
Man, it's been that long. Let's go to Ramo G, his daddy. He fought crime. Ramo always got out of trouble because his daddy was a cop.
Damn right.
So Ramo never got arrested. Did your dad ever get you out of some trouble because he was a cop?
I did get arrested. I just never went to court or got in trouble for it.
How had a warrant out.
How does that work? Because your pops pulled some strings or what?
Snitch.
Yeah, and it wasn't really that big a deal. So no. Well, what happened was we had went in my friend's car to East Chicago, which is not too far from everybody take a shot.
West Chicago?
Where?
No, East Chicago.
It would be far from the West.
It's not even in Chicago.
What are we talking
It's
about?
actually
What
in
place are we
Indiana.
talking about?
East Chicago, Indiana. What?
Chicago, Indiana?
Oh my God. Do you guys pay attention?
We are. We're
Hey,
listening.
They're not allowed to hit the bowl 20 minutes before the show anymore. Can't do it.
So
All right, 10 minutes from now on.
Yep, that works
We were
for me.
on our way home from East Chicago
Okay.
because we went out there to see some girls,
Right.
right? Well, one of us was able to go into the liquor store and buy a 40 ounce of beer. Well, the person who was driving decided not to make a full stop, or at least that's what the cop says. You know, you see like 5, 6 young Latino kids driving around in a 1982 Duster.
Duster.
Yeah, remember those cars?
Yeah, I
the
remember
Dusters?
those dusters.
Yeah. Well, anyways, the idiot in the passenger seat, instead of putting the lid on the 40 ounce and sticking it underneath the seat, he decides to pour it out on the goddamn carpet.
No.
So now the car
Smell
smells like a
beer.
goddamn.
What kind of 40 ounces y'all
brewery.
drinking anyway?
I think it was Old English.
Oh,
So
the
you were
OE.
drinking
Yeah.
and driving is what you said?
I was not. I was in the back seat. That's how I'm sure I got off very easily. I had no part of it.
That's
like
what she
It's always if you're in the back
I
seat,
never
you
even got
kinda
to
get
drink
out-
the
get
fucking.
out
Nobody did. Nobody got a chance to drink it because as soon as we had the thing, like
Yeah,
I
the
don't even
folks
know
pulled
that
up
it was
on you.
open. The fucker just opened it and poured it out, and we were like, "You're the dumbest shit ever."
And you caught a charge for that?
I did not.
But your dad got you out of trouble.
Perhaps.
All right.
Perhaps.
And then we also have Memphis. He's on air. He's everywhere. And he's here today.
I'm here, present.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, free Wi-Fi. Shout out to Georgia Smith. Goodness gracious, have you seen her? Woo,
Who's that?
Georgia Smith? Oh, she fire, man. If we could get the boys in the back to put a picture of Georgia Smith up, boy, she cold. She's a new R&B singer.
Okay.
She fire, man.
Yeah.
I like Georgia
Yeah.
Smith.
Check it out.
What do you
Check her
like?
music
What do
out.
you like about her?
That she can sing her ass off.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she look good doing it.
She can blow.
Well, I don't know if she can blow, but
Man,
I'm
that means
assuming
can
that
she
can.
sing, bro? Jeez.
Yeah, there she is. There she go. Look at
Yeah,
Georgia
she's pretty.
Smith. Yeah, man, look at her.
She looks kind of like
Can we
Alicia
not
Keys.
She's
a little
wavy.
She's got a Alicia Keys vibe. She just don't play the piano.
She's all right.
But
Call. She
yeah.
does look
Yeah,
like
she's
Alicia
cool.
Keys a little
Yeah,
bit.
Georgia Smith. There
She
you
like
go.
shot it together.
You're welcome, people.
All right, we got a lot of topics to get to today. We'll be getting into a lot of different things, including we're
Trouble.
going to be talking about what we did. This Monday, we had a company outing. Spring was in the air, and so we decided it's time to get outside and take in some of this great spring air here in our area. A lot of spring training baseball. So we took in a game. I'm wearing the Phillies today. They did beat
Not
the
what that
Twins.
looked like.
He's a Philly, not
Looks
a
like
Yankee.
looks like a Philly blunt to you.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
that
does.
what they use for Philly blunts?
Yeah. Yep.
Smoke, maybe.
There we were at the
There we
old.
go.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Look at this. We got us a full on. What's that guy? What do they call the
Yeah.
guy in the back looking at us?
Yeah,
We
what's
photo
it?
bomb.
Photo bomber there.
Yeah.
He's not into it. He doesn't like Gentry's Twins jersey because we're in the Phillies section.
Yeah.
Those Phillies were acting up. They had the place packed.
Yeah,
Well,
they
from
were.
what I understand, there was
Look at
a
this
drunk
guy.
one with you.
Look at this guy. He was on top of.
I noticed
Yeah,
that.
he showed his cutting his eyes at us like, what the fuck?
I noticed that the Philly fans were out. I mean, those Philadelphia people,
Jacob's over there.
they can get loud. There's
Where?
the crew. Where's Ramo? No Ramo. Why did you
Rainbow's
not
around.
explain to the audience, Ray, why you did not make it to the Spring Company celebration? I'm calling it.
Yeah, explain yourself, sir.
Well, as we all know, I'm pretty sure, I think we discussed it last week. My brother passed.
Mhm.
So
Oh, dang.
I've missed a lot of my regular day job in the past 3 weeks.
Couldn't take off work.
Couldn't take off.
I couldn't put them in that situation, and I had to take half a day yesterday as well. And they didn't even ask me to come in this morning before here. So
Anyway, again,
it's like
sorry to
cool.
hear about your brother,
Yeah,
bro.
No, I appreciate that.
Well, we had somebody take your ticket. He's a good friend of ours. We're going to welcome him to the show.
Nice.
If we could, put your hands
I'm
together
happy.
for our good friend. He plays basketball with us, Joe Jones.
Joe Jones.
I wouldn't have given it to anybody else.
Jones. Look at that mug.
Look at that, man.
Look at that mug. Look at
It's
that.
Jesus.
The beard has gotten a lot bigger.
It's basketball
It is
Jesus.
a lot bigger, though. Man.
What's going on, Joe Jones? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, my man, Gentry? First of all, I want to say that is a fantastic jersey you got on right there, buddy.
You like that? I should have wore that yesterday. I wore my Kirby Puckett yesterday
did.
because I was at the Twins Stadium. But I thought I was going to be amongst a bunch of Twins fans, but you Philly fans just took over the whole place. Just like people from Philadelphia, think they own the place when they come in. Is that or is that just the fandom from Philadelphia? They just love the Phillies that much.
Landon Dickerson from the Eagles said it in his Super Bowl speech that he doesn't feel like he's played a road game in his life. Philadelphia fans travel, brother, and I think we were pretty well behaved on Monday.
Yeah, and the Philadelphia people are coming off of a Super Bowl as well. So at one point, Joe Jones had the one section chanting the Eagles
Go
chant.
Birds.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys didn't break into like everything that happened after the Super Bowl.
What are you talking about happened after Super Bowl?
What happened after
Rainbow?
Oh,
Super Bowl?
tearing up
Phil-
the city? Yeah, no. They were well behaved. They did.
Yeah.
They chanted everything. They even were doing Eagles chants at the baseball
That's
game.
fine.
EA
That's cool.
GL.
But the Twins
There's nothing
suck
wrong with that.
anyway, so, I mean, no
Do they?
offense to them.
That's
but
probably
yeah,
why.
Yeah, I mean, people ain't going to see the Twins. They're going to see the Phillies.
Yeah, Minnesota's not having a very good. I mean, the Vikings did all right, but if the Twins suck.
Now, Joe Jones, what is it about sports fans from Philadelphia? They're a little rowdy. I know that at the Eagles Stadium, at least at the old stadium, Lincoln Financial, they had a jail right there at the facility. What's wrong with you Philly fans? Maybe a few too many pops, or you guys are just passionate?
Pops.
What's the reasoning and why Phillies fans get so rambunctious, I guess I should say?
Yeah, why do you hate Santa Claus?
You talking about 1968, brother? That was like a whole lifetime before I was even born.
Hey, it's
Get
still
off that.
happening, though.
It's still Santa
happening.
Claus.
Man, all right, so Philly fans, man, we're just passionate, brother. We're passionate, and we demand effort. Sometimes it don't always go the way you want, but if you're out there and you're putting in the effort, we respect that. And if you get results, we respect you even more, man. There's so many athletes that have retired and live in the Philadelphia area after their playing days, and
Nice.
there ain't no place in the country like it.
One thing I noticed that's new with baseball this year, or at least to me, there's a couple of new things they've done with baseball, and I like them. One is you have a pitch count now. I think not a pitch count, but a pitch clock where you
Yeah,
only,
like 15 seconds.
you only have so much time to throw in between pitches to speed the game up. Because
Damn right.
I will say baseball, I used to love it in the 80s when I was a kid. Maybe as I've gotten older, I need something that moves a little quicker. But I do think that baseball drags a little bit. And we even left, I know it's a spring training game, but we even left in the seventh inning like, hey, let's get out of here.
It's a long game.
It is a long game. And also, what is the thing they're doing now with the strikes? I noticed at one point players can tap their helmet, and what's the deal, Joe Jones? You can question the umpire now?
Yeah, so they have a pretty much instantaneous robo-ump review if you're a batter in there, or I mean, even I think the catcher, if they don't like the call by the ump, they can tap and get a review, and it's super quick, man, and it gets it spot on. I think it's good for the game.
Now, why don't they just get rid of umpires altogether? I mean, Major League Baseball could save a lot of money if the computer is already calculating balls and strikes. Why even have a human element back there calling the balls and strikes?
Well,
Theatr-
right now they're still not they're not getting rid of the umpire altogether. You know, you can only make that tap on the helmet to challenge a couple times in the game. So I mean, that human element is still there.
Would you be okay if baseball got rid of umpires and replaced them with robots?
Maybe eventually. I think you're always going to have an ump down there at home plate to call, you know, outs and plays at the plate and such like that. But I mean, we got the technology. Let's just get the call right.
Can we mix our other topic with this one? Ask him the other question.
Tomcat, can I just do my job, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Technology is moving very fast. You know, robots are replacing umpires. It's been brought to my attention now that next level shit is happening. New survey showing that a significant number of people would be okay if their partner hooked up with a robot.
What?
You can now have sex with a robot. So I got to meet your lovely bride yesterday, Joe Jones, at the ball game, and she's a very lovely bride. No disrespect to your wife, and I hope this doesn't get weird. I don't want it to be weird.
It's weird.
Don't make it weird.
But it's all part of what we're talking about today, which is, would you be okay, Joe Jones, allowing your wife to have sex with a robot? Would that be considered cheating if she came home and she was like, "Hey, I got the new Super Pump 5000, and this guy can really take care of me," and I don't want you to take offense to it, Joe Jones, but he's gonna take me to Pound Town. What are you saying?
Theoretically speaking.
What kind of robot are we talking? Are we talking like the TV show Westworld when it's like indistinguishable with a person, or are you talking about like the Terminator? What are we doing with Gentry?
I don't know if you can see the YouTube, but we do have what looks like a male robot on the screen. I don't know for those of you watching the visual version of the show.
That looks like a cartoon.
I'm saying, man, why it look like fucking Destro with a He-Man body?
That thing looks like it'll fuck some people up.
I will tell you that it's hard on the internet to find the male version of the robots. It's very easy to find the female version. Of course. So you probably don't have much to worry about. But for the sake of the topic, Joe Jones, would you be okay if there was like this robot that kind of looked like a man, but at the end of the day, no real heartbeat, no blood pumping through its body? You know, you could shut him off, but you could also turn him on, if you know what I'm saying. What do you think, Joe Jones?
I mean, technically, when you get down to it, it's essentially a toy, right? And I mean,
yeah, it's like a vibrator.
That's funny. I brought that up in the conversation.
Like a toy, but here's the real thing, man. Is like I already take care of my woman like I'm a robot, so I don't think she even need to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at that flex. Oh, I handle mine in the bedroom.
Look at his flavor saver on the cast there.
We seen that beard, man. You have a very manly beard. I can see why your wife would not want to. Hook up with
do you give her broom service often?
There you go. There's the good picture. Yeah, that's me right now.
Look at Joe Jones.
Look at that broom.
He looks like a professional wrestler, Joe Jones. Looks like he could kick some ass.
He looks like Jesus.
And your wife, why are you zooming in on his wife? Yeah, there you go. Don't do that.
Yeah, you guys are weird, dude.
Yeah, she's pretty. You have a very pretty wife, and it was fun hanging out with you yesterday, Joe Jones. And so at the end of the day, yes or no on the robot?
I mean, if she wanted to, go right ahead, but I'm telling you, I ain't got to worry about that.
All right. Good catch up. Hey, we'll see you on the basketball court.
Yeah, Jones. Don't be late, dog. I'm
not going to be late. I'll be there.
Hey, Tomcat was talking mad trash, bro.
Well, I'm going to sit down on Jordan again today, so I hope he stretches.
Yeah,
look at that live.
Get stretched
trash
up.
talking live.
Thanks, Joe Jones, for calling in. That's good to hear from Joe Jones. So now I'll propose the question to you guys that Joe Jones just answered. This was a topic, by the way, brought up, I believe, by Tomcat's girlfriend. So we'll start with Tomcat. I gotta believe your wife, or whatever she is, your best mate there, that she may be into this, Tomcat, and this may be her way of bringing it up to you. I don't know how you feel about it. What do you think?
I wouldn't be into it, I don't think. And especially it's like, I don't know, especially if your wife comes, home with some robot with some massive attachment on it. I mean, do you really, how excited are you going to be about diving in after that action, You gotta watch her get hit with the Sibian. If you don't know what that is, look it up. No, don't look it up.
So here are some of the female robots
You should look it up.
that we have that we found on the internet. These are the sex machines. I guess this was at one expo that they had, some tech expo, where they had some of these sex working dolls. I mean, she's got her nails done. That looks nice.
She's got her legs closed. I mean, where's the fun in that? Spread them.
That defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
Put the demure robot here.
Yeah, when you show us a Whopper, we
on.
get the burger, right?
This robot needs to be twerking.
Let's go to Memphis.
Yo.
So your old lady comes to you and she wants to get the big shaft from the big robot. What do you think? What are you saying to her?
That
like,
big
hey,
shaft. I'll be like, okay, don't open Pandora's box. That's all I'd say.
Wow.
because then you'll be bringing a robot home too. You guys will have matching
Him
robots.
bringing real bitches home.
Listen, do not open Pandora's box. Do not.
I could not.
Listen, old Memphis is buried in the desert in Arizona for a reason. Don't get him. Do not get him up, please.
That's a dangerous guy, I bet.
I literally killed myself. I'm not kidding y'all. I literally killed myself and buried my old self in the desert. I had to.
I'm just gonna say I don't think I could get a Woody from a robot, but if I could get a Woody from a robot, I'd be very scared. Like if I found out, if I found out that I could, you know. I would never try, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I don't think I could, but man, it would be creepy to realize that, hey, you are turned on by this fucking thing, and it's not even a real person. It's just a piece of plastic.
Oh, no, man.
Shaped like a woman.
Hey, you get turned on by your own hand, right?
I mean, a dirty magazine is just pictures.
But use your
Who
mind.
using magazines nowadays? It's
I'm just saying, back
You know,
when you
it's
were
not
a
like
kid.
you're looking at your hand
They
going,
were like,
"Man, you do
oh,
that
it's
good."
all stuck and shit. I don't know, man. All it takes is one to malfunction, and it just ramming the shit out of her and just fucking blow her ass up and shit.
She's kind of hot. Look at that.
Rip your penis off.
Look at
Toss it
that.
out the window.
What do you think about her?
Nah.
She's a little too thin. I need a little
Actually,
more
you
action.
know what? Actually, you know what? I would make that make me money.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be the
gonna buy one
first
and rent it?
AI pimp.
I would be
Probably
the
not
first.
the first, but
Well, technically, no. Yeah,
First one
actually,
on this
no. Yeah, I
street.
would. Yeah, technically, I would be the first AI pimp.
That's what he do if he hit the lotto.
Oh, hell yeah! Fucking right.
yeah,
Hell
there's going to be
yeah.
a bunch of pips out there in Vegas now with a bunch of robots, and they're going to be out there with a bunch of fleet of fucking puss spots.
My robot bitch is better than yours.
All right, let's move on to.
That's
I think we have not
hilarious.
asked Ramo G. I know that
Wrong
you
Brown.
and your lady like to have a good time.
All the time.
You have a lovely bride.
Thank you.
What do you think if she were to come home and tell you, "Hey, I think I know what I want for Christmas," and it's not you?
Probably a deal breaker for me. Not so much that she wants to do it with a robot, because like our good friend that was on the phone there said, it's almost like using a toy.
Yeah, I
But
mean
there's-
toys are good in the bedroom, right?
Maybe some could be, but there's no way in hell I'm living in a house with one of them motherfucking things, dude. No way.
Just tuck off in the closet and
Hell,
shit.
unless that motherfucker can drive home.
Yeah, you're not
It's
gonna
not
want to
even gonna
sleep
be a
on your stomach with the like
What?
bang
What do you
bot
get
in
to-
your house.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Sure, yeah,
You
right.
get to claim that shit on your taxes somehow.
Yeah, fuck that. It'd be a dependent, another dependent.
You taking up all the
I'm
energy in
good.
your house.
I'm good.
I don't know.
The reason why we bring this up is because there was a survey done at u.gov, and 32% of the people that responded said they'd be fine with their partner having sex with an AI-powered robot.
Was
he a bad boy here? Was he a bad boy there?
Let's move on to our next topic. Talk a little. How about Diddy? He stayed in the
Diddy.
news, and now it's a question of did these other guys do it? I don't know if you know who Drewski is or OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr.
You know who Odell is? Who the fuck is Drewski?
So we go from one rogue penis to another. Great.
Yeah,
great.
this is Drewski here. I think this is Drewski. What is he doing? He's going to someone's house. I think
Oh, that little goofy dude?
I think he's at
Who the
Diddy's
fuck-
house.
I mean, who the
Oh,
fuck is he,
yeah.
though? Like,
Nobody.
what does he do? Like, what's his talent?
I believe he's a social media influencer.
Also, he's a literal nobody who got famous for probably doing dumb shit.
Let's go to the.
Why you hating
Let's
on
go to the
Cuz?
truck and ask one of the guys from the younger generation and get the perspective.
The younger,
Perspective.
the
go.
younger generation.
You really
the
said that.
perspective.
Oddly.
Let's go to Jacob, who is in the back, one of our directors. Jacob, can you tell us who Drewski is, please?
Yeah, he is kind of just like a sketch comedian or like a comedian. I don't really like follow him or anything, but I just know that he's just kind of like funny guy, and now he's became famous and he's got a couple like internet shows, but
And he's got the same hair as Odell Beckham. They both did the bleach blonde thing. I wonder if that was something required to go to Diddy's house, possibly. I'm not sure.
Hey.
Got the hair?
Hair,
You
hair
good?
bleach at the house.
Is that like
Now, you know how
karate belt?
Now you know how they bleach that. That's the jizz. You know what I'm saying? Like just,
That's disgusting,
it's
bro.
just straight.
The
Bleaches
fa-
your hair. A lot of
Here-
people don't know that.
They
Here,
use it
here are
in
the
the shower.
facts. I have the facts on this. The facts are there's a lawsuit that's been filed by a chick named Ashley.
Oh wow, this is real.
It's always an Ashley causing problems.
Always.
Ashley accused Diddy and his entourage of sexual assault. Drewski is mentioned in this lawsuit, and it says, this is wild, Drewski doused the victim with lubricant and then, quote, used her like a slip and slide.
His big ass.
What does that mean? That he, TK, what does that mean when you use lubricant and then you use her like a slip and slide?
Yeah, I had to visualize. I heard this. I had to visualize. I'm just gonna say he squirted it all over her, and then he took a running jump and like bounced off her.
And then slid like a slip and slide.
Oh hell yeah!
That would hurt, dude. He
His
looks
big
pretty
fat
heavy.
ass.
Yeah,
I mean, he'd
yeah.
be crushing on somebody. Now it would be fun if you did that in the bedroom with your mate, though.
What's he, a three
I'm gonna have to do that
technique?
to wife. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah!
What?
Lube and slip and slide. Okay, never mind. Let me get out my bedroom. But his
Please.
fat ass. What the fuck, man? I hope he didn't. Man, that's fucked up. That's just fucked up.
Now, OBJ, also Odell Beckham, who's an NFL player. I believe he's still playing in the league. Maybe we could look that up.
He is.
I know he's played for, you see on the screen, the
Wasn't he with the
Giants,
Dolphins?
the
Or is he-
Ravens, the Dolphins. He did
Ravens.
play the Browns, the Rams. He's been bounced around. He's a hell of a player. I've seen him make big plays and outstanding catches. He went to LSU.
Yep.
And I guess he's been at Diddy parties, and it says, according to this lawsuit, that he went by an alias at the parties. Nobody was calling him Odell; they were calling him Cornelius. I don't understand.
Cornelius.
I'm serious. I'm serious. That's what it says. in the
Cornelius.
facts.
It's just funny. It's just a funny name. It just sounds
That
like
really
he's out there
is.
cornholing people, and he wants to be called
Cornelius.
Cornelius. I don't know. It's
Cornelius.
just something funny about
Very
it.
popular in the early 1900s.
If it had
To
been
mid-
Cornholio, would have been a little
I had
better.
a
but
homeboy I grew up with. His name was Cornelius.
Cornelius.
It's a little corny,
Cornelius.
if you
It's a
ask
funny
me.
name.
Oh,
You don't hear it that often.
and then it says Diddy's
Yeah,
involvement.
there he is.
Look at
Diddy's.
that look.
Why does he always come creeping in?
He just creeped up on his ass. Look how he looking at him.
He got the egg.
And,
Look at that. How he
Yeah.
looking
Got
at
the
him
egg.
like he it's about to get on, right? Going in the other room.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Whoa.
you know, it's
Look at
so-
him. Going in the other room.
Oh yeah.
So what it says about Diddy is it says that as Drewski was dousing the victim with lubricant and using her like a slip and slide, Cornelius was also slapping ass and grabbing titty, and Diddy was filming the whole thing and masturbating. That's what it says,
Damn.
according
times.
to this discussion. What do you think, Ramo? What does this do to affect OBJ's reputation in the National Football League? Do you think he stays in the NFL after these allegations come out? But hey, they're just allegations. Is there any proof? I don't know.
I think it all depends on what they find. He may get suspended a few games until they get more information. But luckily for him, this is all coming out when they're way off season. So training camp don't even start for another, 4 months?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
July.
So I think for now it's kind of just stagnant. The NFL probably won't say shit.
It says here Odell
see what
Beckham
happens.
was released by the Dolphins in December of 2024 and is no longer in the National Football League. So he,
There
at
you
this
go.
point, is a free agent.
Fact
Hey.
check.
he's not getting hired.
So do you think, Tomcat, you think any team's going to sign him after he has these allegations against him? Cornelius?
Are they throwing people out of the NFL for
Allegations?
allegate? I don't think they are. I mean, don't they have a lot of people in the NFL that are?
Oh, they
doing
do.
shit
They-
like
they
that?
have.
They do.
They
They do.
definitely have.
Maybe
They do,
not.
they do,
I guess
they
I'm
do.
gonna go no.
Yeah.
I think that if he can play, you sign him. You know, these are just allegations, and who knows, this could be a money grab. You always want to listen to the victim, but if you have no proof, although I've seen people be convicted of crimes off just someone's story and not an ounce of proof, just
That's
my
crazy.
word against your word. And and if the story stays consistent and you can make a jury believe you, you know, they can go the other way. I have seen that. I'm not sure what will happen with this, but we'll keep our eye on
a
on the
thousand
story.
times.
That's crazy, man. It does happen a lot.
Let's see if we can get to our next topic here. This seems to be somewhat of breaking news coming into the studio. I'm seeing that according to lawsuit.org, there is a correlation between conservative voting areas and high trans porn searches.
Wow.
Man, this show is really taking a turn at this point.
Not really. It's pretty normal.
Yeah. No, it's kind of on par with what we were talking about.
Wait, that's me.
It's been strong so far.
What is this that I am reading? According to what is lawsuit.org? I don't know if they're a credible source or not, but
I don't know.
data is finding that Republicans secretly love what they publicly hate. Republicans love transgender porn a lot. And they've actually, with more than...
A lot, it says.
said
too.
a lot.
And it says it,
That's what it says.
He said,
say.
can we not use adjectives?
It's even underlined and capitalized.
Holy shit.
So here's a map. If we could stop so we could take a look at this map. I guess the red areas are the high concentration areas.
So you
Look
like
at Florida.
in
Tranny yankers,
Mississippi, the mouth breathers, not a shocker there. Some places.
We've
in
got
the
a medium
Midwest.
saturation here, it looks
Yeah,
like.
Florida. You out there in the West Coast, You
Looks
can't
like
meet
in
them
Miami they really love
They
it.
really get off on it in Miami, big time.
Well,
Well,
you know it's a bunch of
geez,
men
you
and
know.
women walking around there anyway.
Is that Houston?
calm
Is that
down.
Houston up there?
It
Does
looks
Houston look very
southern
red,
and
or
it's
is
Yeah,
that?
right by the tip of Mexico.
What about
Is that-
way at
have
the
a
top
problem.
up there,
I can't really
where
see
it's
it.
really red?
That's
Oh,
Michigan.
that's like Detroit or some shit.
They're
No,
getting
Detroit's
getting
on the other
down
side.
right there,
Right there.
buddy.
Detroit's a little lower than that.
It's
I
on the
believe.
other side, too.
Well, I don't know. Maybe this is Milwaukee.
Oh, no,
I don't know.
Cleveland is.
Okay, now what is this one?
This one is people that search the word femboy. I don't even know what that is.
What?
What's femboy?
I'm gonna
I
take a
don't
guess
know.
that it's like a female dude.
Is that what you're
guy,
I
guessing?
don't know.
Young. You know what? I don't know.
Oh, shut up, Raymond.
Good answer. Good answer.
Now I will say,
I have no idea what
in
that
what
means.
little research I've done, just which is really 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
It's-
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Five
That's a good,
seconds of
that's a
research.
good round number.
I did 5 seconds of research this morning while we were all here, and Tomcat, who is a conservative, he did mention to me that in his feed, his porn feed, he gets a lot of trans action in there. Do you think they're...
That's not what I said.
what?
He did.
I
I heard him. I heard him.
I did not say that. I
what
said
did
from
you say?
time. I was a joke.
He
but I
didn't say
said
a lot.
From time to time, you will see some transaction, and it's unwanted, obviously, but it happens. You
Mid-stroke,
don't search
and
for
it
it, but it's there.
sucks. So you
But
know-
That's
you
what
don't
he
click
said.
on
That's
it either.
crazy,
So,
so-
does it count if you just scroll past it, or is that a view?
I don't know.
It is a view.
Well, I guess you got to click on the video.
I scroll fast. I'll tell you.
Oh, then if
I'm going past it fast.
Yeah, we heard.
I've
That's
asked-
not very
Crazy.
fun. That's not very nice, Raymond.
I've seen my fair
We
share
love
of
you,
porn,
Tom.
and I don't know
You
that I've
walked into
ever
that
come
one.
across any transaction on my feed, Tomcat.
But you know what? I can believe it though
That's
because
funny.
they say
Wow.
the things you hate the most are the things you secretly love. So yeah, I could see that.
Well, and they
I
also
don't
say
hate
too that
trannies. I just don't want to see it.
Right. I don't think it's so much hate. It's like, it's sometimes they say like the person who's pointing the finger got.
No, they
Three
they,
back
they
at
hate,
'em, you know what
no,
I'm saying,
they
like
hate,
that, so
they
it's-
hate trans.
I think it's. Well,
They hate them.
Do you
say
think maybe
that,
they're-
maybe they
Oh,
don't.
Republicans hate trans people.
Yeah, most.
I don't
of
think
them.
they do.
Most of them.
I don't think most people hate anybody.
I
They
agree.
just-
Bullshit.
I don't think. I think there's
Most
there's
people.
probably a little
Bullshit.
loud few that say it. But
I mean,
I think by and
I
large,
just think
regular
people should
people
just be
are
honest.
okay with
Just
everybody.
be 100% honest and don't hide it. How you particularly feel, because that way
I think
people
that's
know.
fair.
Because people should have.
But
People
I
should
think
know
most
how you
people
are. Like
don't
if you're a
hate
hateful,
anybody,
if
really.
you're a hateful person,
I like to believe that.
I can. I mean, I don't know where y'all live, but I know in real life, but there are a lot of hateful fucking people out here.
there are.
A whole lot of
There-
hateful people.
but-
I just rather see who you are.
Yeah.
Don't hide. You know what I'm saying? Just show who you truly are, and
Just
let me
be a hater
able
all
to
the
deal with
time.
you
Hate,
according to how I want you.
hate.
That's
what
why I
was
got
that?
that shirt that I wear with
That
the
was on
fuck
Dave
haters,
Chappelle,
fuck
the
haters.
pimps.
Yeah.
Hate a lip.
Oh,
hate,
the
I like haters.
the
hate
player
awards. Player hater
Oh
awards.
yeah, hell
I
yeah.
try to love everybody if they love me back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Well, sure.
hey,
Memphis, why do you think that it is that for whatever reason
Uh-huh.
in this study the conservatives are looking up transgenders and they seem to be the ones the most curious about it? Why do you think that is?
Because they're the most loud about it.
So they're like looking at it just
I mean,
to see what it is.
I mean, because you think they're the most. No,
He's
because the Republicans are the ones who be bitching about it and talking about it. Nobody else cares.
Yeah.
Like literally, nobody else cares. It's like you can't.
What about in sports? It seems like that seems to be the one thing that
Well,
the Republicans are
like,
hard against.
I mean,
they
like,
don't want transgender, would be male playing in a female.
Listen,
sport.
I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, and I'm also a D1 athlete. I don't want to see men in women's sports and vice versa. That's just me, because if you're a dude, however you identify as, that's great, but you were born this way, so you got to compete with what you were born with. Now, if you go out there and get your ass kicked, you should have practiced harder, or it ain't for you. It ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You can put your hair in a ponytail and get out there and put the work in, but don't be a guy and then just try to go beat the women, because that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? If you were born a male, compete with the fellas. You just got to work hard. That's it. Just work hard. And if you win, hey, salute. We don't care what you identify as, but don't go over there with them. And women, the same thing. Just because you think you're a man, you're not.
All
so
right,
you got to stay in your lane.
Let's move on to another. Moving on
Stay in
to
your
our
lane.
next
I've met her
topic.
before.
Our next topic
Had to be
is
said.
competition. It's all about competition.
No offense. It's not. I'm not being offensive.
Yeah,
but I'm
you
being
are.
honest.
Well,
If you
okay.
offend, and if you
You-
offended, then so
both
what?
can
Just
be
too
true.
bad.
You can be honest and offensive.
No. If you, hey, sorry, I ain't apologizing.
All right, our
for
next
that.
story. We had a high school runner that was hit with a baton in a race. I know you ran track and field, Memphis.
That's
I did.
It got violent. We have a
How?
video. Let's see if we have
we
this
do.
video. High school runner. This one's got audio, so roll the tape.
I wanna
Conduct
see
on the
this.
track this morning. A high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race.
Oh, smack.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
she did it
Junior
on purpose.
Kaylin Tucker was running
Oh,
the
shit.
second leg of the 4x200 relay
Oh, so
in
she-
the Virginia State High School League Championships when the shocking
Oh,
when she hit me with the baton.
oh, that's
Watch
fuck-
again
oh,
as
no.
you see the two sprinters running side by side as they round the corner with Kaylin on the outside, Kaylin's mother cheering her on. Just as Kaylin is passing the other runner, the athlete swings her baton, striking Kaylin.
Twice.
I just felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head.
The whole
That's illegal.
Coliseum
She
pretty
can't
much
drop her
gasped. I
baton.
just jumped up out the bleachers immediately and ran to her on the main floor.
This
The
is not funny,
16-year-old was
Tonka.
later diagnosed with
That's
a
Ramo
concussion.
laughing.
The family says neither the athlete who struck Kaylin nor the other team's coaches checked on Kaylin or reached out
Why
afterwards.
is it so
To
funny?
see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part. I was
Nah,
like,
come on. You can't stop in a track
You gotta hit
race.
the gas.
Who was
Nah,
At that
oh,
point,
no,
you already,
no.
you already hit her over the head. You might as well run.
She mad because she got walked. Oh, girl walked her ass on that curve, and they was coming into the home stretch.
So what ended up happening? Did the girl get disqualified or?
She shoulda got arrested.
She should have got arrested. Yeah, you're right.
It's-
She should have got arrested.
It
Man,
says here that the runner claimed it was the girl who did it said it was an accident.
Oh, accident.
That's funnier.
We
even
saw.
funnier.
I think our eyes work
guy.
really well in this room. We all saw her purposely whack that girl because she got walked. Man, I'm just here thinking if that was it with my
That's
team
how I
in
hit
high
people.
school or even in college, if anybody tried us like that, oh my God.
Take it as a lesson in life.
She's lucky those things are hollow,
Man, oh boy.
but they're still
It
metal,
would've- it would've been
right?
a
They're metal.
situation.
What do those weigh? 2
Shout out
pounds?
to Kirkwood High.
Jesus.
You guys, you know what this reminds me of? You remember that sport that they used to have on called roller derby
Uh-huh.
with the chicks, where they would be going around the ring with roller skates on, and the deal was you had to get past, and to get past you could like elbow and you could punch.
Fighting and knocking.
Pull up
something.
some old school clips of roller
Oh yeah,
derby
like
Yeah.
with the girls. That's kind of what this reminded me of.
A little
was,
bit, yeah.
Was
That's
roller
crazy.
derby. Here
it is.
Here's some roller derby footage.
Do they
So
still do
gangster,
this?
this roller derby girls.
That's actually illegal in that sport.
Do they still this sport still active?
This
It
looks like a
it.
pretty active.
Yes, it is.
video.
Active.
I wanna go
We
see
have a
one of
friend
them.
that used to do it.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
I want to go see one of these, man.
I figured there'd
That'd
be
be
a lot
fun.
of big girls, like,
Oh,
tall.
what the hell?
I mean, like tall, like
That ain't
You
what
know.
you
Well, you
meant.
had to have a
Yeah.
team. You had to have like a person in the back because I felt like it was like 5 or 6 girls on a team against 5 or 6 girls on a team.
Yeah.
So you had to have like a fast person because you want
Right.
somebody to get out front.
Sure.
But then you had to have, like a butch that could
Oh,
really
so they
throw.
get knocked
Jesus.
into the rails
Is
and
that the
everything.
That's the right name?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, see,
I like this.
There was the butch right
Get
there. You
physical.
seen it.
Let's go.
You don't want to go in that place with a Trump T-shirt on, boy.
Yeah, you get your ass whooped in there for
You'll be
real.
in trouble.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
getting
let's go on to our next topic.
Stop it, TK.
Yeah.
What you doing?
It looks like
Jackass.
we are officially trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. What was that Ice Age movie? I believe that was the last time I saw
It's called
woolly,
Ice Age.
a woolly mammoth. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Ice Age?
A woolly mammal.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
It looks like scientists are one step closer to bringing this woolly mammoth back
Pixar.
by first creating a woolly mouse. Harvard scientists have successfully spliced and sliced woolly mammoth genes into a modern mouse.
I think I seen one of them little hairy fuckers in my yard the other day.
A woolly mammoth?
A mouse.
Let's take a look at the footage. We do have some footage of these meese or mice.
Meese.
Let's roll the tape. Here we go.
Holy shit.
They say these woolly mice were created by gene editing to give them similar traits to the mammoth.
I want one.
They have noticeably longer, fluffier hair.
Rock
that
and
can
roll hair.
Withstand the cold.
They're cool.
We birthed 38 mice, and they were all, edited and happy and healthy, and there weren't any unintended consequences. Besides the fact that they were massively adorable, the only effect was they were significantly cuter than we, originally anticipated.
Okay, see, that's
They are
weird,
kinda
dog.
The mice were also given an accelerated
fun.
fat metabolism.
They got
which
Trump
are two
hair.
They
things
should
that
do it to a
helped
tiger.
mammoths
Do it to
survive
be
the last
badass.
ice age.
Yes.
The company
Yes.
says the woolly mammoth.
I don't understand this. This seems like a waste of money. Where's Elon Musk when you need him? He needs to cut whoever's spending the money on this trash.
This is Tic Tac.
That's
probably
ridiculous, man. Like people, like humans, just sometimes you're just not supposed to do shit, man. Like
Yeah.
stop being
Now-
so goddamn smart.
I like a saying. I don't know who said it, but it goes, and I think I'm paraphrasing here. Yeah, don't laugh at
I
me.
bet you
Yeah,
are.
I'm not good at this. No. But what were we talking about again? I'm really
We're
No,
talking
okay.
about woolly mammoth and
The
meese.
woolly mammoth
Just
is-
because
the mouses.
you can do something doesn't mean you should. We're doing the podcast, guys. I was just
And that's a great example.
I
right
was
there.
fucking with you guys. Yeah, I was
A fucking idiot.
See how funny that was?
Idiot.
Yeah,
That was
good job. Good job.
Yes. Thank you,
Holy
Ramo.
shit, we love you, Ramo.
You know what? This reminds.
Tomcat, do you know what topic we're talking about, Tomcat? Go ahead. Come on.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Jurassic Park. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I always wanted them to bring back the dinosaurs.
Oh, see,
Goldblum.
man.
No,
No.
look here.
Mm-mm.
If they can bring back the dinosaurs,
Who's your favorite character?
in. What? Which dinosaur?
Oh, sure. You can
The
be a
T-Rex.
T-Rex, definitely.
Mm.
I like the Velociraptors. They
Those
were
are
cool.
good,
How they
yeah,
like
those are
used to
good.
team up and kick T-Rex's ass. But
So, yeah.
T-Rex is a badass.
If they could make a real dinosaur
Yeah.
zoo,
I'm sure
that'd
they got
be
an
badass.
island out here where they doing that, so y'all welcome to find y'all way there.
Are you okay with it, Tomcat, with scientists, playing games with meese?
Yeah, I think Pandora's box is open, dude. Of the AI, we talk about it every week.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking something this morning. Most people here don't like Glenn Beck, but Glenn Beck asked his AI. In the morning, he did something on the AI. When he got back in the afternoon, he asked the AI, I know you don't know time like we know time, but in the period of time since I've been gone, how much have you aged in your time? And he said it has aged in like 5 years in just the time that he had been gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said in another like week or 2 weeks, it'll be like 100 years in that time. That's how fast.
I don't like that.
So Pandora's box is open basically, and I guess the genetic manipulation is just going to be part of it. You're going to see all kinds of shit like this.
I don't like it.
In the food, they genetically modify our foods and stuff, and some people claim that that's, why we're dying quicker than normal. Let's go to our next topic, which is kind of good transition here into the RFK. Lately, I've noticed that he has started a new mantra, if you will, Maha. Tomcat, tell me about what RFK is doing with Donald Trump and this new Maha.
Maha has been his movement since the beginning, before he got confirmed, but it's Make America Healthy Again. And so it's just basically trying to take the preservatives out of our food, which a lot of people are into, on both sides. He has some vaccine stances that he quoted that were in an article that really got widely debunked, and a lot of people aren't quoting anymore. They don't look to anymore. And basically vaccines don't cause autism, and he has said some things about that vaccines causing autism that has people scared that with him being in charge of health now, people are.
I heard him say that vaccines cause cancer as well, not just autism. I actually heard a clip where he said there's a certain vaccine that could cause cancer. It was causing more cancer than it was doing good.
I don't know the total facts on vaccines. When I tried to ask this chat bot, it seemed like it was kind of programmed to promote them. But I mean, I don't have anything against vaccines. To me, it seems like he has some stuff against vaccines, and that's where people are hesitant about RFK. The things where with Maha, where he wants to take preservatives out of food and all that shit, clean up our food, that people are all in on that.
That sounds good.
And so
if he can actually pull that off, because that is an issue, and you've heard me complain about that many times on this podcast alone. If he actually does something about the crap that's in our food,
that's a good one.
And how our food's grown, but. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard him say too much about Monsanto, and they're probably the biggest offender.
One more thing that's a little like on both sides is the in our water we have what the heck's it called? Fluoride in the water.
Yeah.
And he wants to take the fluoride out of the water, and I think we may have taken it out around here because of that.
It is, yeah.
I don't know.
Not that
I
good
mean,
for you.
the fluoride taking it out of the water, I'm kind of whatever with that.
Well, I tell you what, there was somebody that had talked about this not that long ago, and this person caught a lot of flack for it. That was something Michelle Obama. That's something Michelle Obama was doing.
Yeah.
When Barack was in office, people was upset with her because the whole calories and all this other stuff that Steve.
There's arguments for both sides.
Everything that what you get in your food to keep you healthy and shit like that. She had been doing that. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
She been doing that, and she caught a whole lot of flack. People was like, well, people should be able to eat what they want. It's like she's not telling you what to eat. She's telling you like. This is the shit in this food, and this is for your own benefit, because if you're not supposed to eat a certain amount of per day or whatever, or if you're not eating enough, you should know how to keep track of this shit, right? Just doing it for your own benefit, but like I said, people stupid, so whatever.
I did some research on life expectancy because I know that came up in this discussion where they were saying for the first time ever, life expectancy was shorter for the first. We kept getting our life expectancy extended and extended. I looked it up. Back in the 1920s, U.S. life expectancy was about 53 and a half years old.
Damn.
In 1920. Then fast forward to 1950, the average life expectancy was 68 years old. So that was a nice jump over 30 years. You know, you gained about 15 years of life.
Modern medicine.
Then from like vaccines. The 1950s to the 1980s, life expectancy went from 68 to almost 75. And so, hey, we're continuing to move in the right direction. Now you get to today, we're at 77.5. But just back in 2019, we were at 78.8. So there is some concern that the U.S. life expectancy has taken a turn. Some people will say, oh, well, we had COVID. So that is a reason why life expectancy has dipped down. Some people will say it's because of the food. Some people will say we're all diabetic now. There's too much sugar in our diet, and people are all diabetic by the time they're 50. What do you think, Ray, of why life expectancy is not extending like it was before?
I mean, we really have to look at how this calculation came up, like what they use for it, and. Yeah, if they're looking
they
at
use statistics, I believe.
No, I understand that, but what statistics?
Calculators?
Like here's the thing: if they're looking at the overall age of Americans right now after COVID, then yeah, COVID would play a part in it. But if they're looking at it from like a different perspective, like losing that year could be a lot of things, and I would agree that our food, what we eat, even how we eat it sometimes plays a big factor in how long we're living now. Like, a lot of doctors agree that our gut bacteria is extremely important to our overall health, and nobody pays attention to that shit. I mean, nobody do, but like
I do. Did you see
regular
in the
Americans
fridge? I have the probiotics and prebiotics.
And no, you do a great job, and even like the snacks we have here are good, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You know a lot of about that snack jar.
I do.
He's in that snack drawer.
Every goddamn. Hey, you are too, Tomcat. Don't even trip. Even if he does bring us chicken.
Yes. Thank you, Memphis, and thank you, Gentry.
Yeah, Memphis. Yeah, that was dope. Thank you.
We're just eaters, me and you.
What do you think, Memphis? Why do you think that life expectancy is stalling with Americans? What's wrong? I know you are not a big fan of the USA. You're a guy that's rooting against the United States. I've heard you say.
Don't put words in my mouth, man.
No, you said that.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said I'm for my people. I'm telling my family and our shit. And everybody else is like, all right, well, good luck. But back to the question, people lazy, man. People lazy. Like people who never really worked out in their life are never gonna work out in their life, right? Then you got people who did, but it was kind of casual and whatnot. And as they get older, they kind of slack off. They let life kind of get in the way, and everybody's circumstances are different. But the majority of people just lazy, man. People just don't want to take care of themselves.
You're very judgmental.
You know, no, I'm not. Because if you tell a person like something about themselves to better themselves, they gonna take offense to it when you're coming in them in a loving manner. People don't like that.
Sure.
So I mean, people don't like being told,
It's
and
great.
people lazy.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, I can only control my life. So that's
There you go.
But
hopefully you live a long life.
answer,
At
good
this
answer.
point, are you thinking you're going to live longer than 77? You hoping for?
I don't know, man. Listen, whatever the creator got for me, that's what it is. But I will tell you this. I've always said this. I'm going to live my life the way I want to, on my own terms, my rules. You know, I mean, I've been through enough shit in my life, trust me, to where I'm like, I'm beating the odds, man. I have beaten the worst odds. So for me to still be here and being blessed to do what I do, fuck that. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'm going to live my life the way I want to. And if you don't like it, that's too bad.
Good for you, bro.
All right, what about you, Tomcat?
I'm into it.
Why do you think people are dying? They're smoking too much pot, drinking too much whiskey?
Definitely not
Banging
pot.
these freaking robots,
And
probably.
whiskey.
Getting junk jammed in a robot.
Actually,
I don't do it.
the robot might be safe, actually. Because,
Yeah.
do robots have STDs? I'm not sure.
No, but
You
they got
know, what if
electric.
what if
You get
somebody
shot.
shared one? What if somebody shared
Whoa.
Ooh,
one of
that's
those
hot
sex
right there.
robots and shit like that,
Ooh.
and you catch one,
Zoom in on
catch an
that.
STD?
Zoom in on that
I'm telling
twat bot.
What do you think, Tomcat? Why are people dying like they have never died before?
Well, I do think it is a mix of, fentanyl is a big one.
That
So
could be
fentanyl's
fun.
a big one. Overdoses. You know, the number 3 cause of death in this country is medical malpractice. So I'm already
Oh.
scared to go into the doctor. That scared the shit out of me. The third leading cause of death in this country is medical malpractice. So the fucking doctors are killing us. Gentry, I'll tell you what now.
You know what? And that's probably a little misnomer. And I think what's happened in our country recently can attest to that it's probably not the doctors that are committing the malpractice. They're probably not getting insurance approvals to do the things that they need to do to save these people.
Says the insurance salesman.
Well, I'm hoping that
I don't sell health insurance.
I'm hoping that RFK
I do auto.
is doing the
Health
right things.
Auto commercial.
I hope RFK is doing the right thing by cleaning up the food.
That'd be nice, yes.
It seems like what's the name of it again? Haga?
Maha.
Maha. And that's,
Haggis.
what does that stand for? Maha.
Make America healthy again.
Healthy again.
Yes.
All
Now,
these
I mentioned
Damn thing.
Yeah,
I mentioned this around the studio
scary.
yesterday,
well,
and one of our producers made a very bold statement. Jacob, when I said, "Oh, looks like RFK is trying to clean up the food," he worked out a deal with Steak and Shake where they're going to get rid of some of these seed oils. He's going to try to, clean up. I don't know if seed oils are bad for us or not, but according to RFK, it is. And so
I
our
heard
producer
studies.
made a bold statement where he said, "RFK is a fucking liar. This guy's a liar."
wow.
So I would like to go back and get the perspective from Jacob. Let's turn on our.
You said that weird.
Let's turn
hey,
on our
Steak
mic.
and Shake, they famous for steak
Are you back?
burgers.
It's very noisy.
Are you there? There you are.
Hello.
All right,
Yes,
we got
there
you.
he is. There
I'll
you
give
got
you
him.
my
So-
perspective.
Jacob, why exactly is RFK a liar, in your opinion?
Yeah, so, I don't have no problem with, cleaning up food and giving us healthier food. I don't really know anything about the seed oils or if they're the real reason why, the living rate is going down. But I think definitely we could, make healthier food cheaper. That would probably be better for people.
I'm for that, too. 'cause
Hell yeah,
it is
man.
expensive.
We could also maybe have certain restrictions on how we produce our food, like ways that Europe does it, where they don't use certain
pesticides and things. Sure,
a lot
stuff
of
like that. So I feel like addressing that stuff would be better than like whatever seed oils are doing. But my statement that
RFK is a liar. I thought
RFK
that
is a liar, I will back that up. I have a few clips that I'm going to show you guys. It's mostly about the vaccines.
He's coming with receipts.
Very anti-vax, no matter what he said at the House committee. So I will play you a clip of him at the House committee saying one thing, and then I have another clip of him saying another thing. Let's see.
Let's see if he was lying.
At one point you say I'm anti-vax, and that's a bad thing. The other moment you point out that all my children are vax. I'm fully compliant with the vaccine schedule myself, except for COVID. I took flu vaccines for 20 years straight. I have never been anti-vax. I have never told the public avoid vaccination.
All right.
All right, so he said that, and
he says I've never told the public I'm anti-vaccination or never to take a vaccine. Now I'm going to play this
until
next
COVID.
clip.
He said until COVID.
Until COVID. He says he only didn't take the COVID shot. And he advises he says he doesn't advise people not to take vaccines. I'm going to play this clip from a podcast he was on. Audio's a little wonky, so if you can't understand what he's saying, I'll tell you what he said. But
roll the clip.
And I think now those days are over. Our job is to resist and to talk about it to everybody. If you're walking down the street, and I do this now myself, which is, I don't want to do, I'm not a busybody. I see somebody on a hiking trail carrying a little baby, and I say to them, better not get them vaccinated. And he heard that from me. If he hears it from 10 other people, maybe he won't do it. Maybe he will save that child.
All right. So there is a complete contradiction between him. In my opinion, he is completely inconsistent and a liar.
But if he's talking about the RNA COVID vaccine for little babies, everybody knew that we shouldn't be giving it to those little babies, and that might be what he's talking about.
No, he just said vaccines in general in that clip. Now I have another clip that I can show you where he says, to address exactly what you're saying, actually, he's not specifying a specific vaccine. He specifies all vaccines. Here's another clip.
Any vaccines that you think are good?
I think some of the live virus vaccines are probably averting more problems than they're causing. There's no vaccine that is, safe and effective.
And that is it. That is a completely unscientific claim, and I think that it's disingenuous of him to sit across the House committee and lie and say that he does support vaccines when he very clearly does not.
I think you make a good point, Jacob, and I like the way you put all your stuff together like that.
He came with receipts, dog.
I think, though, that to me, he may be talking about the RNA vaccine, and giving it to kids was decided it was not a good thing.
But yeah, they didn't give it to kids up to a certain age. It's true.
I feel like that's more what he's talking about, and I don't know. I do kind of understand what you're saying. And in the other clip, I feel like he was just being safe about vaccines. What he was saying was there's no 100% perfect vaccine. I mean, is there? Is that what he was saying? That's what it seemed like to me. I mean, I just feel like he was being safe about it. I didn't see him saying in that clip, I wouldn't give my kids vaccines. The guy said what vaccine is good? I mean, that is a broad question. What vaccine is good? Well, define good. I mean,
I understand what you're saying, but there is actual scientific basis. Like, I'll give you an example of something he did that was dangerous, that hurt people. Why I'm not afraid to say that he is spineless. You see what's happening in Texas right now with the measles outbreak that's going on.
Measles parties. What the hell is that about?
This is because he has perpetrated propaganda saying that the measles vaccine is bad for people. It's going to do worse harm for you than good, and people are now dying because of this. Another example, people don't know about this, at least a lot of people. This is not the first time that this has happened. There was a measles outbreak in Samoa, I believe. And RFK Jr. took this as an opportunity, and we can fact check this if you guys want. He went to Samoa and did sort of like a press conference or a speech for people there, advocating for them to not take the measles vaccine. And this led to deaths. This led to people dying. So in my opinion...
Where's your source?
Right here. There's the Associated Press.
The Associated Press? Oh, well, they pretty... I mean, if the Associated Press put it out there...
Associated
Press.
It's pretty much on point.
I do think that your points are good points, right? Like, if people don't take these vaccines that will save them, they'll probably die, right? And some people are going to look at RFK and maybe they're going to think he's anti-vaccine and they're not going to take these vaccines and they're going to die.
Well, I
so it's possible
feel like
that could happen. You know, I'm not going to say that isn't happening or can happen, but I mean, I don't think he was trying to get them to do that, though.
He's a politician, though, so I don't know why we would be surprised that they flip-flop on their
100%.
position.
Gentry, that's what I was thinking the whole time, like, in my head. He's from a family of politicians, like.
Yeah, but he's not a politician.
Well,
he just
got
elected.
He fancies himself.
Yeah, he fancies, but he's not.
But I do like the fact that at least they're looking into it. I mean, I'm all for doing some research on. I do think the COVID vaccine got fast forwarded a little quickly, and that's probably why there were issues with that particular one.
Sure.
Because
well, people were dying
so
like crazy too, so it was like you had to do something because, like I said, we know somebody that passed from that. So I mean, that shit, people was dropping like left and right. You had to do something.
You got to take risk, higher reward.
Because if they hadn't done anything, it was like, well, why didn't they do anything?
MMR vaccine, by the way, I was saying the wrong letters.
Oh, okay.
Like an idiot.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, it's now time for Tomcat's not so good news. Tomcat, what do you got shaking today in the news? What's happening?
Right off the bat. All right, welcome to the news segment portion of the Outcast Podcast. This is the news for March 12th. March 12th, the underrated heavyweight of history.
Interesting.
All right, March 12th, not exactly the 4th of July, but it's been pulling its weight in history, so let's give it some respect. First up, 1912, the birth of the Girl Scouts.
Oh, gosh.
I just got some of those cookies the other night. Anybody
They trapped you, didn't they?
Yep, they were good.
$7.
There were a lot less of them in there, let me just say. They
And they're
don't
now
do down the
$7.
tube, they go sideways so they can give you less. What's going on?
$7.
Hey, they need the money, Ramo. Don't be such a tight ass.
Then in 1930, Gandhi walks 240 miles to the ocean like a total badass.
Nice.
Fast forward to 1969, some British guy named Tim Berners-Lee lays the groundwork for the internet. I guarantee you he had no idea he would lead to TikTok dances and people arguing over pineapple on pizza. An entire career is based on unboxing crap. But that's where it led. And let's not forget birthdays. Liza Minnelli was born in 1946. That woman came out of the womb, jazz handing, and never stopped.
True.
Yep. All right, today is Alfred Hitchcock Day.
Nice. I like
Alfred
that guy.
Hitchcock.
Why is it Alfred Hitchcock's Day? They just gave him a day?
Probably because maybe this has something to do with his birthday, his films, and a release on this day. I should probably look that up.
You didn't watch any Alfred Hitchcock movies?
No, I mean, I know I'm familiar,
famous
but
outline.
I'm just wondering why today? Why March 12th? Like, why is it Alfred Hitchcock Day? Is it today the day, Mark, when he had the Psycho movie come out? Or I don't know.
I mean,
I'm looking it up.
That's a classic, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I used to love his. One of the first vinyl records I ever had as a kid. I had the Alfred Hitchcock Ghost Stories on vinyl, and I remember it used to freak me out as a kid, but I couldn't stop listening to it. And his voice, when he would tell the
Is he
story.
from England?
And I'm telling the story like this, Gentry. And so the exact reason it says on ChatGPT is uncertain.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
It's
know
not
why
his
they picked
birthday, it says, or anything like that.
They just gave him March 12th. Congratulations. Here it
Also,
is.
National Baked Scallops Day, one of my favorites. National Plant a Flower Day. National Girl Scout Day, of course, and National Working Moms Day. Shout out to all the moms. I'll be over later. No, I'm just kidding. It was quite a drag when they caught a body in a snag. The body of a woman was caught in the nets of a fishing boat off the coast of Massachusetts last week. And officials now believe she was buried at sea.
Ooh. Mob hit?
Shit. Could have been. Somebody do some shit like that.
The fishing vessel caught the wrapped body with its nets about 40 miles off the coast on Thursday night, the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office said Tuesday. The crew returned to the Boston Fishing Pier on Friday morning and was met by the U.S. Coast Guard and the Massachusetts State Police. Chief Medical Examiner said that the woman was 60-year-old age range, had numerous cancerous tumors.
She had canker sores?
No, the body had been embalmed and appeared consistent with a burial at sea. So basically, it looked like they buried her at sea, but then they just they found her. They wanted to make sure there wasn't any.
Maybe she was like a naval veteran or something like that, and that was her last wishes.
They'll launch me at sea.
I guess, okay.
This is a female cop who loves to make it pop. NYPD detective is under fire for a raunchy pole dancing rap video. Yep. This cop is really getting NYPD blue. Her name is Melissa Mercado. She's a 7-year veteran of the New York's finest. She popped up in a music video published by World Star Hip Hop, which shows the curvy cop gyrating and shaking her body while wearing only a thong and a skimpy bra.
Would you guys hit it?
She could put me in handcuffs.
Hey, she's straight. I mean, why they hating on her? I mean, let that woman
she
do
got
it.
fired?
Some on the force said it's Mercado's business, not the NYPD's. It doesn't look like she's been fired at all.
Having that flight attendant, too.
She's in some heat, though. Things got WrestleMania in Pennsylvania. A boys' high school basketball game in rural Pennsylvania ended up in a double forfeit following a wild brawl in the stands.
Look at all that white on white crime.
This led to some arrests.
I don't think that's a white guy. Is it a white guy?
The incident took place at Meadville's Arena Area Senior High School, which is about an hour's drive south of Erie, Pennsylvania.
Pants fell.
I've seen fights at the Little League. I've seen fights at the high school level. You see it all the time.
The fracas ended on both ends of the court, where players and fans alike got into the melee. Many of those who rushed the court were attempting to calm the violence.
There were
some arrests.
There was something like that when I was in high school, but it was a football game, and a police officer got hit in the face with a brick.
Ooh, shit.
I knew the cop, too.
They was targeting his ass.
He was one of my dad's friends. I felt bad for him.
That's terrible.
Man.
That is fucked up.
Lead by example, parents. Lead by example.
Don't do that.
He became Boosie Not So Badass when he heard the gun go blast. Boosie Badass concert shooting leaves 2 critically injured after shots are fired while the rapper was on stage.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Not the kind of show I want to go to. Shots being fired.
Off-duty officers were working security at the concert, called for assistance shortly after 2 a.m. local time.
Did Boosie get shot?
He did not get shot.
Oh.
Nope. A third man, so people did get shot, though. 2 were critically injured. Third man, age 25, showed up at a local hospital with grazed gunshot injury. The names of the 3 men have not been released. Damn, son.
Excuse me.
There you go. Bless you, Ramo.
Thank you.
He thought he had clout till they threw his ass out. About a dozen protesters demonstrating in support of former Columbia University student Mohammed Khalil were arrested on Tuesday as they clashed with New York City police. Immigration enforcement agents arrested Khalil and they deported him because he's been leading these rallies, and they're saying he's aligned with Hamas, who is the group that's there in Gaza that has the hostages there.
How they know that? Or they just speculating?
These people are pissed off because they've deported him and they are fighting with the NYPD.
That's crazy. That's a crazy situation.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, wow.
Somebody went on the attacks at this Cali CarMax. A customer drove through a California CarMax building on Saturday, injuring 1 employee and multiple customers, according to an updated statement from the car retailer.
Well, they're never going to buy a car now.
Check this video out.
The hell? Damn.
Video circulating online shows an SUV backing into the building as employees try to get out of the way. This one guy, look at this one guy just walking behind it. This guy's an idiot. I mean, if that car would have came back through there, he was done for, because that car was not messing around.
You had it right the first time. It's a FUV.
FUV, yeah. CarMax employee was treated at the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries and was released. Good Lord. Nobody seems to be grieving, even though she's leaving. Rosie O'Donnell moving to Ireland after she's sparking celebrations from Donald Trump supporters. She says she's out of here because Trump is the president. And
days, my nana would say. And I'm here in Ireland.
Is that her?
And it's beautiful.
She looks different.
And
yes, she does.
Warm.
She kind of looks
Not
better.
physically. It's actually quite cold. Moved here on January 15th, and it's been pretty wonderful, I have to say. The people are so loving and so kind, so welcoming, and I'm very grateful. I'm in the process of getting my Irish citizenship, as I have Irish grandparents, and that's what's going on, and that's where I've been and what I've been doing. And although I was never someone who thought I would move to another country, that's what I decided would be the best for myself and my 12-year-old child. You know, I'm happy.
She has a kid?
Clay is happy.
She does have a 12-year-old child, Clay, with whom she shares with late ex-wife Michelle Rounds. She says when it's
Who
safe.
planted the seed?
I'm not sure about that one.
Now, did she
Gentry.
get pregnant or
That's-
did they adopt him? I mean, which is
I
all
don't know. I
fine.
do
I'm
not
just
know.
asking.
Most of think this good parents to be a good.
Last story here. This one's from Ramoski and Memphis. The only ghost who could scare him is the one named Aaron. Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin's wife allegedly was nabbed by police trying to pay a hitman to kill her husband
What a
in a
bitch.
chilling murder for hire plot.
Damn.
Victoria Goodwin, 32, was arrested and charged last week for solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to murder after an investigation allegedly unearthed her sinister plot. The wife of the TV paranormal investigator has allegedly been messaging an inmate at an undisclosed Florida prison. Man, be your buddy. Just kidding.
Florida
Since
man.
October
Good.
2024, openly expressing wanting to kill Goodwin to get out of her marriage. Am I a bad person? Because she chose, let's see, it was $11,505 to pay for the job and passed along and about her husband's
Divorce is
location.
cheaper.
Oh,
Yep.
see,
So she wanted to pay about $11,000.
She was looking at that insurance because she
Yeah.
got knocked off. She getting that insurance, and I'm sure it wasn't a cheap one. So
Unfortunately,
yeah, fuck her.
When asked about the messages regarding money for the hit with the inmate, she told police that she thought it was for a cell phone.
Damn. What's that, the iPhone 300?
Yeah. Victoria allegedly admitted that she and Goodwin were going through marital problems, but she told police she did not want to have him murdered.
All right.
She said she was only daydreaming or fantasizing about being without her husband and that she didn't recall sending the messages about the twisted murder for hire
Oh,
plot.
so she's mentally unstable and doesn't want to be held accountable.
I didn't remember. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I paid him.
Yeah.
He's got the money.
Yeah, no.
Female. That's what they
Sorry.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Think about it here. For what you get, 15?
It doesn't say. She's just been arrested now. So
She probably gonna get 15 years. She probably gonna get 15 years. So, she what 38 now. So
Good for her. Good for her.
Good for her for earning that time. Good for her.
She made the down. It's
Well
unclear what
deserved.
happened to the hitman, but police claim that Victoria made the down payment of $2,500 to have her ghost hunting
all they
husband
need.
killed. So
No
she paid the
refunds.
money.
That's fucked up, dude.
That is the biggest,
capital.
like the biggest, what is it? Betrayal to have a woman
Yeah.
try to have you killed. Ugh.
Instead of leave. Like,
And
just
it's like
leave,
instead
bitch.
of just
Leave
like,
me. Don't try to have me
just
killed.
leave, but have me killed because I mean,
How would you feel if
Because-
somebody
and
wanted to have hated you that bad that they
Yeah,
wanted to have you
that's
killed?
terrible. Because
Like, I know
you're
the
not gonna
dick's
get the
good,
insurance
but
money.
damn, you got to share it if
Like
you don't
that's
want
fucked
it.
up. Just leave. Get the fuck out. Get out of my life. You know, if you are, it's like that. That's
It happens
You okay,
often.
bro?
I see
It
more
does
and more of
happen.
these shows on television where spouse is upset, finds out the other one's cheating, kills him, kills the
mentally
boyfriend.
unstable
Even
people.
I'm looking up how many murder for hire plots
Oh yeah, that's
happen
good
each
to
year.
know.
There's tons,
That's
dude.
good to know, man. Let's find that out.
That's good reporting there, Tom.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah.
if you can
Well,
get that
and
stat.
typically,
positive shit,
You'll
I know.
probably find like murder for hires are more women trying to kill their husband.
You think so?
I think most guys would probably do it themselves.
Hey,
'cause
I don't
they're
know, man. You
crazy enough.
take your wife fishing. Hey, we going fishing, and we leaving it like this time. And
I mean,
then
you
come
gotta-
back crying. Oh, my wife fell in the water.
You would think in most situations it'd be easier. one way
FBI
than the
says
other.
between 70 and 90 murder for hire cases annually.
Wow,
That's crazy.
Be careful who you
70 to 90 is the number?
Yeah,
That
between-
seems kind of light. I thought there'd be more.
I mean, that's still 90 people that got hits put on them. That's a lot.
It's important. It
It's a
says
lot
it's
of cash.
important to note that this data is from nearly 2 decades ago, and the current numbers may differ. I'm sure they do.
They probably
You
more
think?
now.
Oh yeah.
They probably a lot more now.
All right, that's a wrap on today's Outcast podcast. Man, technology is outpacing our morals these days, it seems like.
Man, our morals been gone
And
a long
scruples.
time ago.
We've got lawsuits stacking up like parking tickets over here, man. People getting in trouble. Stay out of trouble. Clear your browser history while you're at it. Nobody wants to see what you've been searching for.
Yeah. Especially, what is that gay porn you look at?
I don't look at that.
Transgender, boy.
Oh, transgender.
You like it.
All right, everybody. Be smart, be bold, and most importantly, be an outcast.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you listening to the show. We are the Outcast Podcast.
We is.
Like and subscribe out there on the internet and tell a friend about our show. Even if we offended you, we did something today good, I guess.
We moved them emotions.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Happy hump day, everyone, and thanks for listening. To the guys in the back in the truck, thank you, and thank you for listening. We're gone.
We out of here. And wash your feet. And get foot massages.
Toot to the who.
Because I get pinballed between you two morons.
We're doing a podcast, guys.
Got a big ass mouth.